First time recording my face since I was sick. I had, always do, like a week before I go away, the flu or a cold or something was wrong with me, but I wasn't feeling great. But I'm a bit better now. Still looking a bit pale, paler than usual. But we've got a pack. Don't have my suitcase in here with me actually. I probably should have brought that in with me, shouldn't I? But I didn't actually. It's still very much in the hallway. We'll go and get it. And then right, I got it. My case. So I wasn't gonna check in a case right now. I wasn't actually I was just gonna go with a backpack. And I say this every time I go on a trip. I'm just gonna take a backpack with me. Doesn't really ever work out, but so me and my mum are going on a week-long holiday, vacation for the Americans, to Spain, to the Balearic Islands, something like that, Mallorca, for a week, as like with TUI, but we're flying with Ryanair. Like I wanted to go on a TUI Blue, which was like, it's like all inclusive, like all with TUI. But we had to book it really late. My mum is using money that she got left from my my nan who passed away earlier on this year, and she, but everyone else in the family got their portion money. Some people got jewellery, and my mum wanted to take me to Spain. I paying for my portion, but my mum wanted to do something memorable with the last bit of money because she knows I wouldn't really want a piece of jewellery or something in memory of my nan. So my mum has always wanted to go. We've never been abroad together, so she thought, let's go abroad together. So we're literally going to Spain, which is literally 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes I think the flight is. It's currently Sunday night, and we leave 7 p.m. The flight leaves on Wednesday. My mum didn't want a late flight, so we're late leaving and then we're late coming back. The return is late as well. That's like midnight. We get back here for like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. It was like 10 p.m. we get back here from 1 o'clock in the morning, which is fine. My mum wanted early morning flights. I was like, no, I don't want an early morning flight because, in my opinion, right. So say if your flights, because they're Ryanair. So Ryanair are a cheap airline, and one of the reasons why they are cheap. Let me put this down so I can actually sit down properly. One of the reasons why they're so cheap is not only because, they streamline the check-in process. I had to have a QR code on my phone. So by the time this is out, it'll already be, but like we've got QR codes to scan. We don't get like a boarding pass on a piece of paper. We've either got to print out ourselves or use the app with the QR code on the wallet. You can download it to your Apple Wallet or Google Wallet if that's a thing. Don't know. Never had a Google phone. But on Android. And so, but also they choose slots to take off at really inconvenient hours. So like whereas like Qatar Airways, which is the only other airline I've travelled with, fly at like 1:30 p.m. That'll cost a lot of money for the airline to fly at that specific time. Apparently, I was watching a thing about it on YouTube from Something Productions. So in the more inconvenient times, like 7 p.m. and 7 p.m. isn't actually really all that bad, but like 5 o'clock in the morning, they were pretty much our options. And Mum was like, "Oh no, we'll go there for 5 because we'll be there by 9 a.m." I'm like, "Yeah." So our flight is 5 o'clock in the morning, so we're gonna have to get there for 3. So we're gonna have to leave at 1. So we're not gonna sleep that night. So what's the point in getting there at 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm just gonna be tired, grumpy, and jet lagged? Like, not so much jet lag, but the fact that you hadn't slept the night before, if you get what I mean. So I was like, I'd rather have a decent night's sleep, wake up, know that I've got everything, actually have a decent meal inside of me that day, because we're going to get to the airport about, we fly at 7, so we're going to get to the airport about 3, check in, go for a meal at the airport, and then board the plane. And then, you know what I mean? Like, in my brain, I don't know if it's just because I'm a night owl, and I prefer nighttime to the morning, that just works out easy for me. Mum's like, yeah, but you're losing a day. You're not losing a day. You're not losing. I would have been losing a day anyway because I would have been in bed the whole day. So My mum is an early bird for those that she wakes up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, bright and breezy. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. We do clash on a lot of things like that. I'm not a morning person at all, and I need my sleep. Like, no one comes between me and my sleep at all. Love to sleep. Keeps me, I would say, happy. Not really happy per se. More. Anyway, this video's, we're already on 1 bar. 1 bar. Anyway, so we're gonna pack. I'm not gonna do all the packing on camera. So it's Sunday now. I leave on Wednesday. Not gonna do all the packing on camera because I promised my girlfriend that I would do packing with her on call at some point, so she can help me pick out cute outfits. I don't own cute outfits, but hey ho. But we're gonna do a bit. I don't really know what to take, so I'm taking this very small case, which is going to be checked, and a backpack, my usual everyday backpack, which is going to go on the plane with me, which is going to have like my medications in, my camera in. So we're taking my camera, we're taking not this tripod that we're on right now, but my small handheld tripod, because I'm not planning on doing much filming while I'm there. It's not really something that I plan to do much of. My mum's does not want to be on camera at all. She never wants to be on camera. She doesn't really like the whole YouTube thing, and so I'm going to be with my mum most of the time anyway, or just chilling. So, but I will obviously be doing YouTube in my room, because I've got my own hotel room. So like, she's on a completely different floor to me. We booked it in 2 separate bookings because we could have done it like 2 adults, 2 rooms on the same booking, but we didn't because my mum could have cancelled on me last minute, and I could have, so I'm the lead passenger as well, because if my mum did bail on me, I could have still gone. Would I have though? I don't know, because that's the whole reason why my mum's going. I don't really have anybody else to go with, and I keep wanting to go to one of these package holidays in Spain because I've never done it before. I've only ever stayed in Airbnbs around wherever before, and I've never done like a package holiday. And I know that like everyone goes on them, but like I've never been on one because I never went abroad as a kid. Like, it just wasn't in my parents' budget to take me abroad as a kid. But obviously my mum's coming to a bit of money right now, and that's what she wants to use the money for. And what about me? So it was 2 separate bookings, but there was a deal on at the time of us like booking. The deal was there was like 30% off or 13% off or something, solo travel deals. So if we booked it on 2 separate bookings, we got the solo discount, if you get what I mean. So I'm going to go and charge my camera because I didn't realise it was on 1 bar. I'm fairly sure I charged it last night, but I probably didn't. And then after that, either today or tomorrow, we're going to pack. And then after we've packed, or at least if I don't pack on camera, because I don't know when I'm video chatting thingy, then I will show people what I've packed. Because I haven't got a list or anything. Like, I've been really, this happened literally this time last year when I was going away, and my head was absolutely everywhere because I didn't know what I wanted to take with me. Like, I've got a few hats I want to take, I don't know how many shoes I want to take, I don't know anything, really. I've got a pile of, I can't see it on camera, but it's a washing basket full of clean clothes that I've just come out of being washed and dried and all that. And some of that will be coming with me. I don't know what I'm going to wear on the plane. I don't know how many hoodies to take because I don't really know the temperature that it's going to be. So I'm going to have to look at the temperature for the week, or whether or not it's going to rain, or you know what I mean. So I don't really know what I'm doing. So yeah, I will charge my camera, and while my camera's charging, I'm going to probably write up a little bit of a list, just kind of rough ideas. 7 nights I'm going for. So I need like the outfit I'm going to wear on the plane, but then I'm going to need an outfit to come home in because I'm not going to wear the same outfit because there's no washing machine. Like any other time when I've stayed in Airbnbs, I've just washed the plane outfit to then put back in my case, to then, if it's not the correct weather appropriate outfit for wherever I'm going, and then put it back in my case ready to wear on when I'm starting to pack. I'll put it on ready. You know what I mean? But I can't do that because there's no washing machine in this place. So I've got to pack a separate outfit for coming home in because it's going to be cold in England. You know what I mean? but it's only a week, so there won't be much temperature change in a week. No, it is England though, so. Also, don't ask. It's grown to this horrible length, and I don't want to cut it. And so we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's kind of a nice, I've got a bucket hat, it's kind of like a nice bucket hat length, I guess. I don't know, what are them? Try and back in when my camera's charged, because you're on the red. It's been like 24 hours. My camera's charged and my case is pretty much packed. So I thought the easiest thing to do, right, chap, was to pack the case off camera, because otherwise I'll just be running around my room stressed about what I'm going to take, and then running to get like my toiletries out the bathroom and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, right, what I'm best doing is packing it, concentrating on packing it, and then unpack it on camera so we can see everything that I'm taking, toiletries included, because I also need to unpack anyway, because I've just thrown whatever jumper I've got on, but my jumper I want to wear on the plane is a pullover black hoodie, right, from Uniqlo. It will be in an unboxing. That's probably already out by the time this video comes out. Not as of right now. Anyway, that's in the wash. I need to get that dry by Wednesday afternoon, because again, our flight isn't until 7 p.m. I don't think, and so we're going to get to the airport about 4-ish, 5-ish, or something like that. Have something to eat, or maybe earlier. I don't know. And so, but I don't want to wear a pullover the whole trip, obviously. So I want my zippy, this thing, to be able to fit in my case. So you get what I mean? I've had a long day where I've been out with my mum. Didn't really plan on really going out today, but my mum wanted me to go out with her. So I've been out and I didn't really want to come out. And so now my head's feeling a bit everywhere. So that all that stuff there is what needs to go in the suitcase. But first of all, I think I've got all my toiletries. I don't have shampoo, but I'm guessing that they've got shampoo at the hotel. I'm staying in a hotel. So we'll just unpack. So the first thing I've got, which needs to go into this bag, is a washcloth. I take these. I use these at home. I use them for everything. I've just had the flu. Use them for tissues. I don't really like disposable things, if I can help it. They're just better on my skin, better on the environment. This is so I chose the print I hate the most, which is this lobster one. Like, their claws give me the creeps. So like, if for some reason I leave it in the hotel, I'm really not going to cry, you know, a river over it. I would try not to forget it, but if I do, I do. And so this is my toothbrush holder. It's this little metal holder thing. I think I probably got off Amazon. And I've got a toothbrush inside of it. I've put it in the piece of paper that it came in. It's blue. It's from the Humble company. They're the only toothbrushes I use. A, because they're black and, you know, that's my colour. That's my happy colour. And B, because they're really soft bristles. And so, but when I had put it in like that, so I was like, right, how can I stop that from making that noise? So I put it into the bag. Didn't know both ends were ripped. I put it into the bag that it came in, and then I put that bag in the case, and then I closed it. No, it doesn't really make a noise. So this bag, it doesn't look it, but it's got 2 zips on it. It's got a zip here and a zip here, right? So in the shallow compartments, this is like a really shallow compartment. It's literally ends there. I've got pimple patches, which I take everywhere with me, and 5 days worth of blister things, because the shoes that I'm taking, you'll see in a minute, on my Vans, and because they're the only shoes that go with all the outfit. I'm taking 2 pairs of sandals with me as well in my case, which I'll probably wear most of the time. But if I'm going out, I want to wear like some decent shoes, but they rub me on my backs and my heels, because well, my mum calls, I waddle when I walk, and so most shoes rub me, so got them. And then in this side is the side where I keep everything else. So we've got a miniature Boom Boom cream, tiny little one. Don't think it's even been used. 50 millilitres. Hasn't even been opened because I got it as a travel set. And that's Churosa 62 fragrance, as it says on there. Fantastic. And then this is Sol de Janeiro's Churosa 62 scented moisturising shower cream gel. That's a mouthful to say. There's that. Are you going to focus? I always feel like I'm an influencer when I do this. I'm not an influencer. That's that. Then Sol de Janeiro Churosa 62 Boom Boom Body Vermisa oil, whatever that's called. This was expensive for that, honestly. 12 millilitres are in that, and it was like 20 something pounds. Churosa 62 mist, body mist, miniature version of them, and then the matching perfume, the miniature travel version of them. Then we've got Bondi Sands, the Australian Tan Everyday Face FPS, very high protection. It's not going to be stupidly hot when we go, so I'm only taking that with me. Miniature toothpaste. Blade for my razor. I'm fairly sure I can take that in hand luggage with me because it's going in my backpack. And then a miniature deodorant. It looks big on camera, but it's literally the size of the palm of my hand. That's all the ones I'm taking. I'm trying to put it back so everything fits. So that will go in there. Hopefully I will use most of this stuff and I won't have to bring it home with me. If I don't use the sun thing, like that's probably nearly out of date anyway because I got it on my last trip, which was over a year ago at this point. And then these kind of just, they do fit in here. So we've got 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days worth of blister thingies for the back of my ankle. You know, that bit. You know, that bit. So that's going to go in my backpack. Everything in my backpack is stuff like, I might throw this in my case, I'm not really too sure. Everything in my, forgot to put that in there, didn't I? I will do that. Everything in my backpack is stuff that like, everything that isn't clothes, so phone chargers. I've got the toiletry bag I was originally going to use but then I decided I wanted to use this one, which is from a brand called Lily England. Don't know, I got it off Amazon. Wasn't expensive, it was about £10 I think. So we just put the little face cloth in there. So if I have a shower like I don't leave until, my flight is like 10 o'clock at night the day I leave. So I'll probably have a shower that morning. And so that might be wet, so I'll just put it in there. And obviously like, all my blister patches will probably be gone by then anyway, so it'll just be in there on its own, so, you know, it won't make anything else wet. You know what I mean? Like, that's I'm big on contamination, things touching each other. I'm not really a big fan of things touching each other. So now we're going to move to the case. So, first thing we're going to try and pack is this black hoodie. Probably not the best lighting in here, actually. There's a better lighting if I open that. Yeah, there is actually, isn't there? There's better lighting. So this is a plain black hoodie from Uniqlo, size large, and it's just a plain black zippy hoodie. Exactly the same one as this, just this is a pullover, same brand, same colour. So that's going in the case if we can fit it in. And then I forgot to pack this. I think I've already got one like this though, I'm not really too sure. This is also from Uniqlo. This is from Anya Hindmarch t-shirt, shop size large. It's a little vest top with eyes on it. Got this, it'll be in a haul that you've already probably seen if you watch all my videos. And so this is my little case. You've seen it before, but it was yesterday since I filmed that. 2 seconds ago for you guys. So this is my little case. Can't remember where I got it from. Target, I think. Not too sure. And it's very small. You could use this as not hand luggage, but cabin luggage, but I'm not using cabin luggage because you've got to pay for it on Ryanair apparently. And am I paying £20? So the case opens, clamshell style. We'll have to move you down. We've got a spare mic, like a separate mic. So this is how I've laid it out. I should be able to fit a hoodie in here, shouldn't I? This is nothing compared to how I used to pack things. So start with this side first. So we've got, can we see? Yeah. This is a pair of shorts. They're Adidas. I hate having this door. I'm sorry, the door's getting closed because my neighbours are going to hear me. These have got zips on the pockets, so here's my phone. So my phone fits in them quite nicely, and then they zip up. Fantastic. So we're taking them. We've got, I'm just going to pick everything out randomly. These are, they're from, I got them from JD, I think. They're literally downstairs because I live above a JD, near enough. These are linen pants. Not doing them much justice. They look better on. They look better on. These are size large. I did these in an unboxing, I think, as well. They're made of like linen and cotton blend, I think. Does it say? Made in China. They're 53% viscose, 30% linen, and 17% cotton. So that's that. Very soft, very stretchy, which are going to be comfy. So I've got them in what they call like natural colour. It's like a tan sort of colour. I don't know what colour the camera's picking it up on, but it's like a natural linen colour. This is part of my swimsuit. That's the top for it. And then we've got I've got swim shorts because I've got a thing about that part of my leg. Like, I don't really know what part of your leg's called. Like the bit where your leg, you know, don't really like it. So swim shorts, but I've also got the bottoms to them and I have no idea where they are. But we'll come across them and I'll be like, that's what they are. So that's 2/3 of my swimsuit. These are also Adidas. They don't have zips on the pockets. So these are actually men's shorts, but they're really short shorts for guy shorts. But I like them. These are size UK medium, and US medium, and F medium. Is that France? France medium as well, and Denmark medium, and Japan medium, and Europe medium, and Canadian medium. But, oh no, Japan XL. Take that as you will. And the other things are large as well. Then we've got plain white t-shirt, which I've managed to keep very white. This is also from Uniqlo. It's by their wardrobe. Don't really know what to call it. That's a size large. Plain white t-shirt, goes with everything. You'll notice a theme with my clothes. They're all black, white, grey, natural colour. There is a few greens actually. There is a few greens. We're gonna like that. And now I can pick things up and show them. Then we've got a white polo shirt, which is going to go with, I don't think it's actually in this section. Might not be in this section. A skirt. I've got a black skirt, so that's going to be that outfit. Will look like I'm about to go and play tennis, but frankly I don't care. A white, that's also from Uniqlo size large. This is also from Uniqlo size large. Think of family brand, chat. Love all their clothes. Super comfy, super great. So this is a cami with a built-in bra. It's white. It's fantastic. I wear them all the time. Most of the rest of the things in here are underwear. We've got one bra. We've got this t-shirt, which was in an unboxing like literally not too long ago. From Uniqlo, size large. It's white, it's stripy. It's going to go with the black version of those linen pants that we saw because I've got the black versions of them as well, which are coming up apparently. Is this them? No, what's this? Oh, is this a black version? Yeah, black version of a plain t-shirt. So that's that. Then we've got, this is a white version. Can we see a theme with the eyes, which is fun. They're all size large because that's just the size I am. Then I've just packed, I bought a 5-pack of vest tops from Amazon ages ago. And I usually wear them for bed, but I'm just taking a load with me because I'm like, yeah. Is that another one? That's another one. Sports bra, this is me Nike. This is a medium because they didn't have a large and it doesn't really fit me. But one day it will. One day it will. So that looks like, it's got weird straps on. I can never understand the straps. Right. Okay. Okay. So that's like that, but it's got these weird straps that cross over on the back, and it really confuses me. Like I sit here for hours thinking about these straps. I don't get them. You know what I mean? So that's them. Then the rest of the bag is literally just underwear I wear for bed, which is really colourful. We've got like, they're from the brand Oddballs. We've got like Pringles again, little rain boots, AC/DC, Grease, Sesame Street, and Mr. Men. We've got them. And then in the middle section, we've got 3 pairs of black socks, 3 pairs of white socks. I travelled, and then 7 pairs of black underwear. So that's all in that section. Then in this section, we've got this green cap. This green cap has got a sloth on it. If you scan the cap, if you scan it with like your phone, it will show you about sloths or something like that. But it does something. Black version of the bra cami top thingy mabob. Black version of that. We can see a theme. Stone Island bucket hat. Now I've waited for my hair to grow to a length where it doesn't look stupid in bucket hats, and I think it's gotten to that length actually. Fantastic. The black version of the linen pants. Everything looks really dark on camera, but black linen pants. Comfy, that's all I care about, comfy. Shorts, these are from Decathlon. These are a size medium actually, because I got a size large and they fell off me, so got a medium in them. Have I tried any of this stuff on recently? No. So we'll just have to take our chances. This top is a size large, also from Uniqlo. It's by H&DM, and it says all you need on it. And like, as a fellow minimalist, quite a fan of that actually. What else? Why is there sand? It's because it's tough to me. Got to be Tavers. So these are Tavers. These were described by Levi Hildebrand on YouTube as so ugly that they're cute. That's them. They're the proper dad shoes, but they're waterproof, they're comfy. There's the bottoms for my swimsuit. That's where they went. Green version of the cami top thing with the bra built in. To go with the hat, exact same shape. Looks different on camera. It's not really that different in real life. It doesn't really look much different in real life. So that's for that. There's my skirt covered in sand now. So this is a with the shorts underneath. That's fantastic. Another vest top, the one from Amazon, and then a pair of these sandals. So that's everything that we're taking with me, right? So we now have to fit all of this back into there. So I'll probably do it as a time lapse, and we can all laugh at me together as I try and fit that hoodie with that as well, and that one into there. Now, I did, with like the underwear and socks, I did tally out the exact amount that I would need, and then one more because obviously I'm going to be travelling clothes. I'm going to be there for 6 days, I think. Yeah, you know. So I did give myself one more of what I thought I would need, but with everything else, I kind of just made some little outfits in my head and just threw it all in my bag. So that, will I have enough clothes? I don't know, but we're gonna try and at least try and pack it all. I might roll it. I did have it all folded, as you saw. I might try and roll it because I do get more stuff in when I roll instead of fold. And if I have room for this as well, it would be really handy because I won't need this on the plane because the plane is literally 2 hours long, you know what I mean? Usually when I go on planes, it's like a lot longer than 2 hours. So I usually like to take my toothbrush and everything with me, but it's literally 2 hours, you know what I mean? So I may, if I have the room, pack this because this weighs a bit. I'm going to have my laptop in the bag, so if I can. I might be asking for too much there, but I'll try. But yeah, I'm going to go and do some stuff, and then I'm going to put it all back into my bag. Okay. Good luck to me, I guess. Okay, this is my third time recording this because I just keep crying because I don't want to go. So we're not going to rant about it because I'm not making this another vlog where I'm just ranting for a whole trip about how much I don't want to go and how much I don't want to be there. So we're just going to plod on, actually. So as we saw from the clip, the last clip you just saw, I packed my case. I was actually really surprised I was actually able to fit in my zippy hoodie, my toiletries kit and my travel towel, all with everything else, 2 pairs of sandals, 2 hats. I'm going to wear a hat on the plane, etc, etc, and everything else that you saw. I've just still got to pack my backpack. This is the backpack I use every day, but I'm taking it on the plane with me. That's going to be for like, I'm holding the adapter, the European adapter, which, trying to find the difference, because I've got the Apple Around the World adapter kit. The Korean plugs and the European plugs are very similar, but the Korean plugs are slightly thicker, apparently, according to ChatGPT. So I'm taking the thinner ones because they're apparently the European ones. And then, so that just, I've got the adapter thing that I use. I have 2 little USB things. I have one for my phone, one for my laptop. I'm just going to take the British one off and put this one on and take that with me. That's going to go in the Bellroy Venture pouch that I've got, which is somewhere in my bathroom, I think, because I did use it once. I used it for toiletries, but then I got the bigger one that's already in my case. So it's really only like the essentials. So I've got my meds here. So I've got my usual meds that obviously my doctor gave to me, my pain meds, travel meds because I get travel sick, and anxiety meds. That's, and I don't like showing pills on camera. I've got this thing which has my name on it and it attaches to the bag, which has my name and my contact details on, my phone number and my email address in case my bag gets lost. I have my book that I'm writing. Obviously this isn't the book that I'm writing, but I write in little notebooks. And I've almost finished this book actually, like I've almost got to the end of it. So I might take another one as well, but that's going to go in my bag as well, because then I type that up and it adds to my book that I'm writing. I just find it easier because if I've got just an endless page, I won't know when to start, when to stop writing, you know what I mean? So with this, I'm like, oh, I'm going to write 2 pages today, and it gives me little lofting goals to kind of work towards so that I don't get overwhelmed and writer's block and all that, which it really does help for those struggling with just a blank PDF in front of them. Camera bag. So this is going to go in my backpack with my camera in it, so when I go out for the day with my camera, I can probably just take this, and if I want somewhere to put my phone, I've got this little bag as well. So this is that's a Sony bag because my camera is the Sony, I don't know what you are. What are you? A Sony V1, something like that? What are you? Don't know what you are, it's something like that. This is from Junkbox. It's a shop on Etsy, and it fits, got a big Velcro thing across, and it does fit the iPhone in it. This is the iPhone 16 Pro. And it's got a thing at the back as well, like a zippy pouch at the back for like a room key or something, like for your hotel or whatever. find it quite handy. And it's flat as well, it's really flat. And then I've got my 3DS pouch for my 3DS, and then like the styluses and stuff. And then my Switch 2 case. This is a new case I got for my Switch 2. Because obviously the old one doesn't fit in the old one. So I got that, and then that stuff. And then I got my card reader with my camera, because I'm obviously going to be filming and editing while I'm gone, obviously. And then I've got this thing to go in my suitcase, which is Alex's luggage. So once I've packed my case, I'm going to leave my camera to charge while I'm packing my case and cleaning, because obviously I live alone, so I don't want to come back to a messy house. So I'm going to clean the best that I possibly can, mainly the bathroom and the kitchen more than anything, and then just run the vacuum around, make my bed, because I hate coming home to an empty house. I absolutely hate it. But at least I'll come home to an empty but clean house, you know what I mean, because I don't get back until like 1 o'clock in the morning next week, because I'm gone for a week. Still need to get my little red lock for my case out of my safe, so I'll do that. And other than that, I'm done. So I will update people again tonight, and then I probably won't film much going there. If I do film, I'll put it in a montage and put music over it. But if I don't, the next time you'll see me is when if I don't crash at the my hotel. So yeah, I will chime back in later. Okay, it's the end of the day now. I had the most unproductive day in the world, but we got through it. I'm always like this the day before I travel. But obviously I'm travelling with my mum this time, which it's like I can't just bail, you know. I never have bailed, or I have bailed on a trip actually. I bailed on Sydney. Like I don't care, but when there's somebody else who's relying on me, I'm the lead passenger. It's a lot anyway. So my case is packed. Didn't end up needing my little clip, my little lock for this case, because I remembered I've got it's like got a built-in lock. Put my tag around it. I remember to pack my handle for my razor, and that was it, I think. That's in there. Then I packed my backpack, but not all of it obviously, because I still need my phone out. But I've packed like all the cases in here. So I've got my pouch, which has my AirPods in it, and my miniature tripod, and the adapter, the European adapter's in there. A back spacer, which is for my portable charger power bank thing, which is currently on charge. That's going to go in there. And in the front we have my phone adapter for my tripod if I want to record from my phone, my phone cable, a spare phone cable, it's the one I keep in my bag, and my card reader. And that's pretty much all that's in there for that. Again, I will probably pack this better in the morning. I've just thrown it all in there just to see if it all fits. I've got my mouse in case there's a desk. You never know. I had the room. My notebook and 2 pens and a highlighter for because I'm writing a novel. All the cases for my things. I'm taking a book with me, a book that I'm reading, and my mouse mount, which is going to go in the back with my laptop, and the book's just going to sit on top for the playing for when I'm bored and I don't want to be looking at a screen because it's going to be bright. And then my sunglasses, which are prescription sunglasses, which I got, I think, on my last prescription. I think they're up to date on my current prescription, so I can see through them, which is fantastic. So we're taking them. Nearly forgot them actually, because they were in the haul. I nearly forgot them. So they're going to go in there as well. And so I think we're all packed. I need to remember to pack my charger for this, my charger for my DS, which I'll get in a minute, and they're going to go into my tech pouch as well. And then yeah, I think that's it. And then just obviously my charger, which has my phone, because USB-C, I can charge everything else with USB-C, and my phone, which is my laptop, which is MagSafe. So that's pretty much everything I'm taking. I'm quite a light packer. I remember when my sister went to Spain last year. My sister's 10 years older than me, so she was 34 when she went, and she has 3 children. They would have been about 15, 13 and 9 at the time or something like that. And I had this big case. I owned it when I lived in Manchester for a while, back like before COVID or something like that. And I lived with this guy, and I used to transport all my stuff to and from my house and his house because I lived between the two. And it was a massive case. I sold it to my sister in the end for like 20 quid because I wasn't going to use it again because I was never going to be using a case this big. And that case was literally just for her and my niece's stuff. No, I mean, I could have fit in it. It was huge. Like, it doesn't sound that funny when I'm explaining it, but it was huge. Like, I could have, like, you know, like how the magicians fold themselves up. I could have done that. Anyway, no, I'm a very light traveller. This is a very small case. So yeah, I am in my gym jams. I am actually, because I've got my outfit for tomorrow kind of piled. I'm not leaving. I don't know why I'm planning like I'm leaving early in the morning. My flight is literally 7 p.m. So like I've still got all day tomorrow, which I'm probably just going to do like last little bits, cleaning up, things like that, because I didn't get much of that done today actually. I didn't, which my own fault. I make mountains out of molehills, so my mother says. And so everybody says actually. But I think I've got everything. So yeah. The next time you'll see me, unless I take any videos which are going to be montage, but next time I sit down in front of a camera will be probably in my hotel room. Can't promise it'll be the night that I get there because I obviously take anti-anxiety medication which makes me a bit drowsy. Then I take my sleep medication which makes me drowsy, and my other medication which makes me drowsy, and then I also take travel sickness pills which make me drowsy. So I'm going to be feeling very, very tired by the time I get there. So I don't know. I might be high on adrenaline, I might not. Don't know, but we'll see. Hopefully I don't crash. Toodles. I didn't die on the plane. I didn't. It is the next morning because we got on the plane at like there's housekeeping going around, and I look god awful. I nearly look as pale as the walls. It was a hellish day yesterday. We obviously got to the airport at like 3, 4, something like that, and we had to hang around for a while because even baggage claim was like, not baggage claim, but baggage drop-in wasn't open. So we had to hang around for a while. So we went to Starbucks and I got a hot chocolate. I don't know what my mother got. Then we went to go and drop off the bags, which is all you do it yourself now with an app. And so my mum, if I wasn't there, would have been very lost. She was like, I don't know. So we dropped off the bags, and then we went through security, and they had to pat my mother down, and then I sat on the seat to wait for my mum because she had to have a pat down. I don't know why, probably because she wears jewellery. It probably set off one of the arms. I don't know. Also got a cool wristband that I've got to wear because I'm all inclusive. Isn't that fun? Anyway, so I sat on one of the seats next to security waiting for my mum, and then she sat next to me, and she was like, Alex, you said that there was duty free. Do we just sit here and wait for our plane now? So then I said, no, walk this way with me. So we walked, and then I introduced her to the wonderful world of duty free, which is right up my mother's alley. And she had a bit of a snoop around there for a while, and then we went for food. We went to like this American diner place to get food, and then we ate, and then we eventually found our gate and we boarded and all that. It took forever, and I hated the plane because usually the way that I calm my anxiety down to make sure the plane isn't falling out of the sky is by watching the plane's cameras on the little screens, but there were no screens. And the seat I was sat in, I had loads of leg room. I'll put a picture up. Had loads of leg room, but I was sat opposite the flight attendant, and it was right next to the emergency door, and all trip I kept going because I felt like that door was going to burst open. It was going to suck me out of it. So me and my mum ended up swapping places. So I was in the middle seat, but there was nobody next to me anyway, so it was fine. It was quite an empty flight actually. There was nobody in any of the seats near me. There was like some there, but the 2 rows behind me, the row in front of me was empty. The row in front of those people was empty. It was quite an empty flight. So there was nobody sat next to me there, which was quite lucky actually. I was quite glad to be sat next to my mum, you know what I mean. Anyway, so then we finally got here, and then we had to wait ages for bags, and then we had to go find our coach. We went on our coach, and then it took us around the world. I'm fairly sure they went to the furthest one out, dropped them off, and they came back. We were on the coach for over 2 hours. And then when I eventually got into the room, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock maybe, I just collapsed. I was gone. So I was like, I'll do all my unpacking today. I'll film today. So that's what I did. I did unpack a bit to get my brush out and my outfit out for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpack, and then all my clothes that I wear, because there's no laundry service, I'm going to put back into my case, so I know what's clean and what's not clean. That's the way that we're going to do it. So I'm going to unpack in a minute, and then my mum's gone on a trip to go and find a plug, because I said to her, you need one of these things, or at least an adapter for your British plug. She goes, no Alex, don't be silly, they'll have something there, they'll have a USB lead, they'll have something in the walls. I was like, no. She goes, well, when Amy's with my sister, when Amy went, she didn't need one. We're not staying in the same place as Amy, are we? We need one. There are no USB ports, they're all plugs. So she's panicking now with 20% battery, so I've sent her out in the middle of Spain, in Mallorca, with 20% battery. I'm like, I'm not going with you, because I've got filming to do. I'm not traipsing around, sitting in the town. No, So that's why I've sent her. So I'm gonna do some unpacking now, and you can watch. I'll put yours up there, and then I'll be back. Tried to stand my tripod up on the bed, but it just keeps falling, so I'm just going to... Is there something I can weigh it down with, maybe? No, it's not staying because it's top heavy, because I've got the viewfinder out thing, you know, like the little screen. So it's currently 6:04 at night. I've spent the day. I'll be putting pictures up, maybe, probably, I don't really know.
of what I've been doing today. And I'll also have the time and date. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'll probably have the time and date stamped as well somewhere on the screen, of what time I'm doing it, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's currently 5 minutes past. Did I say 8? I meant 6. It's 18, so it's 6. And I spent most of the day sat by the pool. Yeah, I put on some more summery clothes, but I'm going to change out of these in a minute and back into my clothes that I wore this morning, because obviously it's breezier in the mornings and in the evening. So we'll be going for dinner, so I'm trying to leave it as late as possible because I get the midnight munchies because of the medication I'm on, and I don't really have many munchies in this room, so I'm trying to eat as late as possible to try and refrain me from having the midnight munchies. But I've been listening to some music on my laptop. I've actually done so much today. I've actually managed, because I'm a blogger, right? I started my website and my blogs before I ever started YouTube, and before I did YouTube, that was my main source of letting the world know what I was up to and all that sort of stuff. And I kind of, when I started YouTube, I kind of just, that became the priority, and getting videos uploaded was the priority then, and my website kind of fell into like the back burner. And it wasn't that I completely forgotten about it. I've always taken pictures of every room that I've ever stayed in, mostly. Yeah, I've always done packing lists and all that sort of stuff, but getting them uploaded, and actually I've always written itineraries for all the days that I've gone travelling and all that sort of stuff, and every trip I've gone on with my mum or whatever. But they've always just sat in like the notes section, and I've never had the time to sit at home and type them all up because my priority is filming now. So I'm like, right, while I'm here, I'm going to get done, like, I'm going to do it while I'm here. So like every day, so I'll do it in the afternoon and in the evenings of everything, so I keep up to date with it, so I won't have to come home and then do all of it. You get what I mean? I know, I like keep on top of it is what I'm trying to get at. And so I've been doing that, and I've literally done so much this afternoon. Don't know what our plans are for tomorrow. We did go to the shops, and we did see a stray cat, and I fell in love with the stray cat. I love him dearly. He looked like Indy, which is my mum's dad's stray cat, but it was a boy. Well, what can we call him? What's a male version of Indy? Don't know, but he was great. Apparently there's like something called like the marina, where there's loads of stray cats, and you can buy like little cat treats for them, and you can feed them. So one day me and Mum are going to go there. We're thinking of going there the same day that there's a market, so there's a nighttime market on Saturday, and so we're thinking of, it's currently Thursday, we're thinking of going there because I want to go to somewhere where it's scenic to take a sunset picture for the wall back home. It has to be a sunset picture because it has to have a yellow hue because the room is yellow. You know what I mean? There's a yellow theme to that room in my bedroom. And so I want to do that. I've also set an alarm for one of these. Now, I don't know what day I'm going to set an alarm, but I want to set an alarm for 7 o'clock in the morning so that I can get a sunset picture of me on the balcony. We'll try. Whether I'll get up for 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. Probably because I'm so tired that I will probably fall asleep and then wake up early. Hopefully. Don't know. So I'm currently editing like YouTube videos on my phone as I'm listening to Ed Sheeran, Supermarket Flowers, Yorotoi Hoshi version, Yoriko Hoshi version. Hoshi? Don't know. Is that the artist? Don't know. It's from Warner Music Japan. Don't know. But this is my blanket. It's a towel. It's a towel by Dock and Bay, and it's the extra large size, and it's got my name on it. And I put that on the sun loungers by the pool. Tomorrow, my mum wants to see if I'll actually go in the pool. I sound like a toddler. I'm petrified of water. I've been to Australia, never been in the pool, never been in the sea, nothing. Petrified of water. But somebody in my life has offered to teach me how to swim. And I don't want to be a complete and utter terrified wreck when she meets me, you know? And it's very important that I'm not a burden to her. And so I want to, at least, I may not be able to learn to swim, but at least I want to learn to not be scared of the water. And so my mum's going to help me tomorrow. She's going to sit on she's not a water person, my mother, but she's going to sit on the side and dangle her feet in. And I'm going to try and... It's a very deep pool. This is for... I don't know if I said what... I don't know the name of the place. Sentido Tucán something. It's in Mallorca. It's an adult-only thing. Like, when we went to the travel agents to book it, I was dead set on making sure it was adults only. I do not want screaming children on water parks and splash zones and... No, thank you. I'm not a children person. So I didn't want to go, especially when I'm on holiday. Like, at home, completely different story, but on holiday I want to relax. Like, even if I had children, I'd like to want to go to an adults only place at least once. You know what I mean? Like, I've come to relax is what I've come to do. You know what I mean? I don't listen to screaming children. What else am I getting at with this? Oh yeah, so the pool isn't really like children's level pools. This is like a deep length pool. So, and I can't swim, and it's quite deep from the looks of it. There is a lifeguard. I'm just a bit petrified of water. So, I don't know. But just thought I would chime in while I had a couple of moments spare. Once I've got this video, this is my current craft that I'm doing back at home, which I have brought with me, a lot of it to do. The grind waits for nobody, I tell you that, boys and girls. But once I finished this edit, then I can actually like put this one then onto my computer, because otherwise I've just got 1,000,001 videos on the go at once, and it's just stressing me out beyond belief. So it's only 6 right now. We're probably going to go down for dinner about 7:30. So I've got about an hour and 15 minutes to kind of get this video done. Pretty much not done, it's still in the process back at home, but the edits that I do have of it to be done to add to it when I get home. Anyway, so I don't want to make this video too long by me just ranting. Did I show people my balcony? Did I show people that? I don't like going out there because my mum's is right next to me, and she's going to be constantly out there, and like I love her like. How fun is this? So like my aim is to kind of, does this come out? No. I'll see if this came out, but it doesn't. My aim is to kind of stand something here and to get like a video of me. I need to be quite high up. I don't really know what I'm probably gonna have to put 2 chairs on top of one another. The life of a content creator. I probably have to stand us up somewhere and then like take a, you know what I mean? And I may get one. I've brought my phone adapter. It's over there. My phone adapter. I don't like being so low. I wish we were like up high, because like that's literally the street. You know what I mean? And I don't like people watching me talking to myself on a camera. I know it is 2025, but and more people are like open-minded to that sort of stuff now. But I don't like it. I wish I was up higher. Would have looked a lot more. And again, I wanted a balcony looking out to the pool as well. But I guess it's a lot more cool. What's it like when you're... A lot more... The word's not coming to me. Aesthetic? With looking at like the old-timey roads and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. But I'll see what sort of pictures and videos I can get for my Instagram. And for my Snapchat, and for my whatever else I do. For here, if I get one, I'll put it here, maybe. But I'll be off now, and maybe I'll chime in tonight, and maybe I won't. I don't know what I'm doing. So. Oh, good morning. Almost forgot to make a vlog entry. Almost forgot to vlog this morning, actually. It's currently 20 to 11. It's 20 to 11 in the morning. I've had breakfast. I've had a shower. I'm wearing what I'm wearing to the pool today. Which, I've got a t-shirt on over the top, but I've got a swimming costume on underneath. I can't swim. Petrified of water. But I need to fit in a bit more, I think. Good morning, Spain. But I think I need to fit in a bit more because I dress in black out all the time anyway, but showing my skin makes me really uncomfortable. So, but we're going, me as in me and my mother, she's in the room next to me, she's literally right there, are going to go to the pool at about 11. We're going to stay there for a bit, and then the pool closes quite early, like 5. So before dinner, we're going to have dinner about 7. So about 4, we're probably going to go for, I'll try and take videos with my phone. I'm not taking my camera. I might take my camera with me. Actually. But I'm going to try and take pictures or videos at least of the beaches, because apparently the beaches are really nice. What I want to take my camera with me specifically, because me and Mum were on a hunt for a picture, like a sunset picture of me, like the ones on my wall. Anyone who's watched my putting my pictures on my bedroom wall videos, you'll know or anyone in my life personally who's seen my bedroom walls knows the pictures I'm on about. I'm trying to get one of every country I've gone to. Don't know what I'm going to do when I think I could fit another 2 on that wall. Don't know what I'm going to do then. I'll just have to expand into another room. But I'm trying to get a picture of me looking out onto whatever it may be. Like for Perth, for example, it was Perth coastline. For Wales, it was like the Welsh mountains. For England, it was like the rolling country hills. And for Spain, I probably want it to be like a beach, because that's what you think of when you think of Spain. You think of like coasts. So I'm trying to think of like the thing that you think of most when you think of like that specific place. So like, for example, Greenland would be like the snowy mountains or something, you know what I mean? Or Amsterdam would be, you know, that canal, a little bit, things like that. Just like something you'd put on a postcard, just without my ugly mug on there, you know what I mean? My ugly face. So that's where we're going to go about 4 o'clock today. If I don't die in the pool, if I don't drown. Probably won't even go in there, but got my backpack, taking this downstairs with me. And in here I've got my book. Please don't judge my reading. I've got a really low reading age. It's a teens book, and people judge me for reading teens books, but I can't read. My book that I'm writing, because I can write, but I just can't read very well. My towel, my travel towel, and a pair of sunglasses, which I'm going to put on and put my glasses in the case. My AirPods, which are over there. That's what I'm going to take with me. I don't need to take a drink. Everything's all inclusive. I'll just ask for a drink and they'll give me a drink. So that's the plans for today. If I take any videos, I'll make sure to include them, or pictures, I'll obviously paste them on top. I do need to get some editing done today as well, because my camera is about to fill up with space. So I might get that done as well at some point. Don't know when, but I'll try. So yeah, I didn't sleep too great last night. I kept waking up, like not like awake to the point where I'm like up and alert, but I kept waking up like startled with like night terrors. But I'm guessing it's just because I'm in a strange place. It happens. But life goes on. So that's about it. I'm not gonna. I don't film outside. I don't talk outside. I should say I don't talk to a camera outside. But I will try and get some videos. We're meant to be going somewhere either today or tomorrow or Saturday. Meant to be going to a market. We're meant to be going to find some stray cats. We can feed them treats. Apparently there's a place where stray cats frequent. So frequent. So we're going to try and find them. I'm very boring. I don't like filming outside. I'm not boring, I look boring. I am boring, but I look even more boring because I don't like filming outside. There's outside. There it is. It's not really focusing very well because it's so bright. But I'm going to go and knock on my mum's door now, so I'll see people later. And if I've got any videos, I will post to them either on top of this, next to this, in the next clip, I don't know. I'm sorry about the lighting. Can we sit you on top of my laptop? Oh, that's not a very good angle, is it? That's better. So, I did go out today. Pictures. I went to the beach. and I didn't get any editing done. I'm gonna have to do that tonight. I'm gonna have to do that. It is tonight, but like, I mean, after dinner. It's about 20 to 8 right now. We're gonna go for dinner. Me and Mum, about 8. We went down to the beach, as I was just saying, and I got the pictures. It's been a weird day today. It feels like it's a day that needed to happen. That's all I'm really going to say about it. I've got sand on my bed. I don't like sand, chap. I don't like sand at all. But I had to walk through it to take some pictures. I try and I don't know how I started the trend. It just started during lockdown, during COVID, and my mum took this picture of me on this rock. The picture on my wall at home. If I've got it, then around, then I will put it up. If I don't have it. And then I just carried on everywhere without even realising it. I started taking a picture of me looking out onto wherever it is. So like for England, it's like the rolling English countryside. In Wales, it's like the Welsh mountains. Perth, it's the... Have I already talked about this? I have, haven't I? It's Perth skyline. So I needed one in Spain now, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm collecting all the pictures. I did say that this morning, didn't I? Yes, I did. It's been a really weird day. Nothing to do with being here specifically, but everything else in my life. Things that probably needed to happen, but it feels weird. Not happy, not sad, just weird. And so it's kind of dark out, as you can see. There's like lights on. Don't really know what we're going to do after dinner. Probably not much. Maybe watch The Entertainer. I'm not really too sure. My girlfriend may be asleep by then. She's got a big time difference, and even bigger now that I'm in Spain for a week, and so she may be asleep then, so I may want to fill my time doing something instead of just sat twiddling my thumbs. But again, I do need to get this edited, and I do have a poem that a poem I wrote which has to do with why today was weird. It is all interconnected. I wrote this poem back in January, finished it very, very early February, and it was a very, very weird time in my life, and it progressively got worse. My life has progressively, the different little things happened. I lost my nan, I lost my cat, I nearly lost my house, I nearly lost everything at some point of this year, and I didn't. And I've pulled through so much this year, so much. And not only can I say I didn't think I'd make it here to Spain, but I didn't think I was going to make it here, as in being alive this year. And that sounds really drastic, but you would have just had to be there. So I really just want to sit and just listen to some music and just vibe for a while. And I'm really, really grateful for the people in my life, because they do stick around, and they deal with every time I collapse onto the floor crying for reasons I really shouldn't be crying for. Or I've got my sandals hanging out there. I keep looking at them, it keeps making me giggle because I've got my sandals hanging out there drying. My Tavers. Can we see them? There. Right there. I think that's quite funny. I didn't know if that water over there was free or like you have to pay for it, but my mum was like, Alex, we're all inclusive, of course, you don't have to pay for it. I was like, oh yeah, because right next to it there's a price list of all the things, but obviously we're all inclusive. So I also got this today, other news, got this today because I wanted to take those pictures that I would have put up about a minute ago of me on the rocks, right? And I wanted something to wear because I want to lose weight. I don't really talk about my weight on my channels. Again, I don't really like talking about things like that because it's very subjective and quite triggering to some people. But I don't like my weight, and it's something that really just made me feel self-conscious. And so I wanted something to throw over to take pictures, which wasn't a hoodie. So I got this. It's like white. It's like a creamy coloured, actually. It's got like yellow in it. It's very me anyway. So I saw it in the shops about literally 10 minutes before my head just went and my heart just went, If you know, you know. There'll be one person who knows what I'm chatting about. And I saw it and I was like, yeah, I want to buy that. So my mum kindly actually bought this for me, actually. Very kind of her. Well, technically it would have been my dad because it would have been my dad's money. So my parents bought me this beach cover-up thing because I wanted it today at the pool, but I didn't have something to just throw over me, you know what I mean? So it'll do for when I go home, for summer at home, for when I go anywhere else. It's just a handy little item to have, really, and I like it. And everyone that has seen it, my girlfriend and my mother, who have both seen me in it, well, my girlfriend on pictures, said that it looks nice. So I'm gonna go and have dinner now, and then I'm gonna do some editing. I may if I've got some videos on my phone, I may include them at the end of this. But if not, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. So I didn't do any recording at all yesterday, I don't think. If you see me looking down there, I'm looking at a TikTok video that I made. Haven't made public yet, but I really want it downloaded onto my phone. I've tried the Wi-Fi, it doesn't work. It's just stuck on 98%. And now I'm trying 5G and it just doesn't want to work. Nothing wants to work, and it's really... Anyway, because I literally didn't do anything yesterday, I literally sat by the pool and it was... I've had a weird couple of days for reasons I don't really want to get into. 98% still. I don't really want to get into it, which is fine. And so yesterday I kind of just sat and wrote. Like, I finished this whole notebook. I completely and utterly finished the whole book. It's the book that I'm writing. I managed to finish the whole book, which is one of the main reasons why I came away. I needed to get writing done, and I like to write while I'm in the sun. Today we actually went out of the... Still 98%? Yep. Today we actually went out of the resort, and I'll put videos up of... muted, but videos of the train that we went on. It wasn't like an actual like choo-choo on rail sort of train. It was like a road train. Like this train looking thing with like carriages on the back. And I sat on the ends because we got on and then we were like, oh, we'll get... Because we walked down to the marina in Mallorca. I don't know if that's a thing, but it was called the marina. And apparently we were told that there were stray cats there. Still 98%? Yep. I was told that there were stray cats there, so we walked down there and it was kind of boring. I mean, it's not really what me and my mum like to look at when we go on trips. And so we walked down there and we walked downhill, and that meant we were going to have to walk all the way back uphill, which didn't really appeal to us. So we saw this like little train while we were walking. We saw it passing us and we said, oh, we'll get that back. So we went for a drink, and by a drink, me and mum don't drink really. So we had Coke from this place, and then we walked a little bit further till we found one of these train stops, and we waited for it, and we paid a one-way ticket, but we did go one way, but we went round twice, if you get what I mean, because we missed our stop. And then we got on, and it was really good actually. It was a good way of looking, probably the best way of like looking around the place without having to walk, because you're not trapped in a car or on a bus or anything. You're literally in the open pretty much, and with just like a little door thing, like a little rope thing, or the bar the other side blocking you in. And so it was good for me to take videos and pictures and stuff, which is what I did. Still 98%. I don't really know what to do about that actually, so it's stuck like that I guess, but I really need that video onto my phone. Really want to put it on Instagram. I want to start putting my poetry on Instagram, but specifically with that one, to start with that one, because it's a very important poem. Anyway, doesn't matter. And so it's now currently 5 o'clock, it's 5 in the afternoon, and so I was like, right, I need to update my YouTube, so I've done that. I had clothes hanging out. I went to the laundry yesterday. That was something I did. Went to the laundry yesterday. Again, if I'm doing things, I will be putting pictures up as I'm talking. I know I haven't really got time to edit these yet. Still 98%, that's fine. I haven't really had much time to really edit. Is that a light? Is that a... Well, didn't know that was there. Did not know that was there. TikTok will like to access your photos. Keep current, select more photos. Is that been saved? 5 minutes and 35 seconds long, that poem is, actually. Which is fine. Has it saved into my drafts? Yeah. 1.3 gigabytes. Probably because I'm using 5G for everything. But I have a eSIM, so... Anyway, sidetracked with that. What else? Yeah, I went to the laundry yesterday to do some clothes, and literally my mum was sat in there with me, but I was singing My Little Heart because the acoustics in there were fantastic, actually. I'm looking really no, I've been sat in the sun all week. Why can I not catch a tan? Like, everywhere on me is just white. I've been directly in the sun. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get. My arms are brownish. But whenever I've been home from my mum's like, "Oh, you don't look brown." I'm like, "Yeah, but I've been out in the sun." But no, I think I just literally don't tan. I literally don't tan. I don't know what it is. It's weird. I'm like a vampire. So yeah, I needed time this afternoon. Like, I could have sat on the sunbeds downstairs, like the lounge chairs, like by the pool, all afternoon. But I was like, right, no, I need to get some stuff done. I need to get some filming done. I need to get some editing for my other YouTube clips done. I need to get stuff done. So I was like, I'll come up to my room. Because it's hard to do anything. It's hard to see a screen. I'm great for writing. Today I bought this cute little notebook. It's in my backpack, but if I've got a picture of it, I'll put it up. This cute little notebook. It says Mallorca on the front of it because I thought I brought another one with me. I'm sure I did. I remember packing it in my backpack and everything. I'm sure I brought it. But I don't know where it is. Oh my god, I know where it is. Oh my god, I know where I put it. You know what? I know where it is now. So you best believe me and my mother traipsed around every souvenir shop because it's a Sunday and places aren't really open on Sundays. And I was like, I'm sure I put it in like the little compartment in my backpack, and I kept looking at it. Oh my god, it's not. You know exactly where it is. Do you want to? It's literally just come to me. It's right here. I remember packing it. It just came to me. It really did. You know what? Well, anyway, I've got another book now. This will have to be book. I've already written book 2 on it. I'll have to write book 3 on it, which is fun. It's pretty much the same, just a small little notebook like this with Mallorca on it. So I got that today. And then when we came back here, we were going to go out for lunch, but we were like, nah. I'm sorry about... It's upstairs or downstairs. It's coming from somewhere. But then we had lunch. We came back here for lunch because we were like on the train. We didn't know where to get off to have lunch. We didn't know what time the trains were. So we were like, we'll just go back to the hotel for lunch because it's free. We're getting our money's worth. You know what I mean? And so I can't believe it. It just came to me just then. Like, why couldn't have come to me like 2 hours ago? You know what I mean? Hey, well, have I been home longer than 2 hours? Yeah, because we got back just before 2 because lunch was only on till 2:30, and I was trying to hurry my mum. I was like, come on, let's go. We need lunch. And so we had lunch. I had yesterday. I couldn't eat. I decided to get steak yesterday, and I don't know why I did that because I struggle with 2 teeth specifically at the back of the bottom on both sides of my mouth. I struggle with both of those, the C6 tooth and the other one, the exact identically same side of it. And so I can't really eat tough foods. And I'm literally like an old age pensioner. Like, there I am rating the mashed potato 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Because I eat soft foods. Probably should just sort the teeth out, but I don't want to. So I'm scared, really, 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 really scared of dentists. It's one of my biggest fears. Enough of the teeth anyway. Actually, touch wood doesn't bother me for the foreseeable. So yeah, I gave most of my lunch yesterday to my mum. What did we have for dinner yesterday? It was Tex-Mex night yesterday night at lunch. No, at dinner, sorry. And I got like, you'll see the pictures anyway, most probably. I've been putting them all on like my Instagram stories and Instagram and my blog as well, which will be linked down there as it always is. And so I did have that, but then that was really all I had. Normal breakfast this morning, then we went out, then we had, what did I have for lunch today? Oh, sweet and sour chicken with rice. I wanted to get a John fish, some weird sort of fish that began with John, like a John Deere fish or something like that. But I didn't get that actually. I tried swordfish the other night actually, and it was quite nice. Tastes like every other sort of fish ever, but it was soft. Yeah. And tonight is Mallorcan night, I think. Don't know. My mum's depressed that she can't get a roast dinner. Very, very British of her. But yes, that's what I'm having for dinner later. Maybe in like 2 hours, about 7, hopefully. Until then, I'm going to be doing editing and everything else on my things that I can't do when I'm sat outside. We hired one of those comfy beds that you see yesterday. They're like €25 a day to hire one. And your mum just kind of just toddled off and goes to her room, and she goes and sits out in the smoking area and stuff. I don't smoke. So she's kind of just away. She doesn't really like the pool. She doesn't like the sun. Don't ask me why she came. She just wanted to come. That rhymed, nearly. That was a near rhyme. And so I just was laying on one of those sunbeds. And so we've got another one for tomorrow, and we're going to get another one for Tuesday, and then we're going home Wednesday. We've got to be at the room by 12 p.m, but our coach doesn't come until like late afternoon, early evening time, because our flight is until like 11 and check-in is until like 10:30 or whatever, or check-in closes at like 10:30 or whatever, like bag drop and all that. And so we're just gonna like just hang around the hotel on Wednesday because we're gonna have our bags with us. What else? I think that's really it. So gonna have dinner later. And then tomorrow I'm going to sit by the pool, so I'm getting all the stuff done while I'm in my room that I can't do when I'm outside because I can't see my screen, because I've got sunglasses on, so it already makes everything dark, and I can't actually see what I'm doing. It really, really agitates me because I can't see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But that's just me complaining about everything, really, actually. My outfit today I had on like a white shirt and a black skirt, like a skirt. You've seen the outfit anyway in the back and portion of this video that I did, and then I changed into this black vest top and black Adidas shorts. I did have to get some, so I did bring swim shorts with me. They were like Adidas swim shorts. They're up there, I think, and they're a size medium because I did have a size large, right? But the size large I got, I loved those shorts, and I used to wear them all the time when I was visiting someone. And one time I was super gluing. I made her these Lego flowers and they kept falling apart. So I promised her I'll take every piece off and glue each piece together so everything was super glued. And I went through, no joke, about 8 tubes of super glue, right? And I got some on my shorts and I couldn't get it out. I tried everything. I tried soaking them. I tried literally soaking them in nail polish remover. I tried everything to get them out. I tried Fairy Liquid soap, like dish soap. I tried everything. It just wasn't coming out. And I really loved those shorts. And they were discontinued by the time like when they do that a lot now, clothing shops like Adidas and stuff, they just do things for one season and then stop making them. So me trying to get a size large in these, so I didn't. So I got a size medium thinking that they would be okay. And they will be if I lose a bit of leg weight. They just were really tight around my thighs. So I needed to get a pair of large shorts, swim shorts to go in the pool in. And I'm scared of water, you see. And so I've been, each time I'm near the pool, like each time we get one of those sunbeds near the pool, I've been edging closer. And we found out that the side that we've been at is actually the deepest side of the pool. And we went around the other side the other day. Said, all right, we'll hire one of the other sunbeds because you can choose which number you want on Monday, which is tomorrow, and it'll be near the shallow end of the pool where like the jacuzzi thing is. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. So my mum can watch me and make sure I don't drown. I'm petrified. I can't swim. So I don't understand how I'm still so pale. I'm a bit red on the arms. but I don't tan. Why don't I tan? I've been sat out in the sun all the time. I don't know. I don't get it. Everyone else is brown and I'm just here being white, like pale. Even the camera's giving me a bit more of a dark colour than... I don't really know. I don't know, so don't ask. Not that anyone can ask. Well, you could in the comments, but don't, because I don't know the answer to why I'm not tanning very well. I'm not even really using much sun cream either. I'm not even really burning. I don't feel, just nothing, really. Well, I can't wait to tell my mother I found it. It just came to me. I knew exactly where I'd put it. I knew I brought it with because my mum was convinced, oh, you probably just didn't pack it. I did. I remember packing it. I remember putting it in a little pocket somewhere. And I thought it was a little pocket in my backpack, but it wasn't. It was a little pocket in my suitcase. What I might do is rewrite. It's a real point. If I'd only written 1 or 2 pages, then yeah, I probably would have rewritten it. But I've written like 7 pages this afternoon, and like that's a lot. You know what I mean? So I might just, it'll be easier to just cross that out and put book 3 and use that next. I just don't like using it. It's a spiral bound notebook. You would have probably seen a picture of it. It's a spiral bound notebook. So I don't really like them, but you know, it was not cheap because it's from a souvenir shop. So I'll keep it. I'll use it. It's fine. It's all good. I need to get the first book that I wrote typed up. The first notebook that's full. I need to get that typed up as well because I don't really want to bring it home with me. I probably am because I'm probably not going to get it all typed up anyway. So I might as well just do it all at home instead of just half typing it up now and still having to bring the whole book home. You know what I mean? So I might do that when I get home. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm going to do some editing now and edit these clips. All the clips that are already on my phone, get them all edited, and then I can get onto these ones then. Yeah. Toodles. So it's been a really weird day today because Snapchat's been down, loads of apps have been down, something to do with I thought it was the end of the world, but obviously I would, wouldn't I? And it's also been really cloudy today, there's been no sun. It's been freezing, as I like to call it, but my mum's like, it hasn't been cold at all. But I think it has been. And so it's like 4:30 now. Time is it on my partly useless phone? Yeah, just gone 4:30. And I haven't really done much. I say I haven't done much. Oops, that's Siri. I meant to put my phone on silent. There we are. I wrote 10 pages, like 10 of my little notebook pages of my book today, actually. I have done that, sat by the pool. There was this man who couldn't stop smiling at me. No thank you, I'm not interested, which was uncomfortable. And so I was like, I don't really want to sit by the pool all day if it's not going to be warm, even though I did pay for one of the big sun lounger things with the canopies over them. I paid for one of them like most of this week. We've got one most of this week, but we've got one tomorrow as well. My mum's, I think, going to the shops tomorrow. Not really too sure. She keeps saying she wants to get something for my dad, so that's that. But it's meant to be sunny tomorrow, so I still haven't got in the pool yet. I haven't like got into the pool. I've stood on the step. That's as far as I've gotten, and I don't feel like my holiday will be complete until I've conquered my fear of getting into the pool, at least up to my waist. I'm petrified of big bodies of water, you see, so that was like a big thing that I wanted to do while I was here. Don't know. Depends how I feel tomorrow. So I thought, well, I've got a few hours now, so I thought I'm going to make a YouTube video. Well, make a clip for my YouTube video. I got the rest of my YouTube edited. That was on my phone yesterday. I got that done last night, actually. So I thought, might as well start packing because I've just got stuff everywhere. Like I've got clothes on the floor there. Then I've got clothes that are just dotted around up there. So I was like, I might as well start packing. Oh. Don't really know what I've just touched, but it's fine. So I thought I might as well start packing because I've got nothing else to be doing. Probably won't film because I'm just going to put YouTube on and just pack and I'll be everywhere. So I might do that and then just live out my case for the next day because we've got to be out the hotel by 12. Not tomorrow, but the next day, Wednesday. So exposure, comp, Don't know what I clicked on, but it's fine. So I may start packing because I've got nothing really else to be doing, and it's too cold to go to the pool today. We went out yesterday. We have nothing really else to do today. So, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. And I'll probably take the clips that are on here, put them on my phone and edit them as well, because we're not going for lunch. We had lunch. Not going for dinner until about 7 to 7:30. So at least 2.5, 3 hours I've got. You know what I mean? So I might as well do something useful for 2.5 hours. My mum will be sat watching TV right now in the room right next to me. But I haven't even turned the TV on once. It's right up there. Oh, haven't turned it on once because I've watched my laptop. But yeah, so can we stop moving, please? I'm gonna go pack and then may record some stuff tomorrow. But I'm not really doing much, so. So you're not on my tripod because it's packed. So you just have to deal with me. I'm kind of sitting like, draw me like one of your French girls. And I'm holding my camera in a really packed. I've literally packed everything. So proud of myself, actually. I'm looking really rough, actually. I'm really tired. But I'll put it here. I went in the pool today. Now, the videos might seem like I'm just stood there looking a bit stupid, and I am. But to take into account, I have not been in a pool since my second year of secondary school, which was, I was 12. Last time I think I went in a pool, I think, off the top of my head. And I've always been scared of big bodies of water. I can't swim, even to this day I can't swim. I wouldn't know what to do if I was thrown into the deep end of a pool. Or thrown overboard on a ship, or drowned in the ocean when the plane crashes tomorrow. You know what I mean? Not gonna jinx that, touch wood. But yeah, I went in the pool. My mum was filming me. The person filming me is me mum. I'll probably mute them. I was gonna say the person talking is my mum, but I'm probably gonna mute them. But my mum was filming me in the pool. She was actually laughing at me because I was kind of just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was scared of even letting go of the little bar thing to get into the pool. But I'm really proud of myself, and everyone in my life who knows that I went in the pool is also proud of me. And so yeah, I'm probably gonna pack my camera now. This is probably gonna be the last upload until I may do a clip when I get home, making it saying that I got home safely, and maybe unpacking. Not really too sure. Probably not. I'm probably not gonna unpack because I'm not gonna get until like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll probably unpack that in the next morning. And then I'll do like the last outro sort of thing, the good and the bad of the hotel, which I'll talk about then most probably. Probably will forget because I'll probably be really tired, but yeah. There's my sun cream. I had to borrow some of my mother's because I didn't know where mine went. Wrote 11 pages yesterday and of my book, and 9 pages today. Only in like a notebook, but still quite proud of myself. I've actually got a lot of writing done here because I haven't had to think about, obviously I live alone, so I haven't had to think about like cooking and the cleaning and all that sort of stuff while I've been here because it's obviously just been done for me. And so I've managed to really concentrate on my book, which was one of the main reasons why I came here. That and to conquer my fear of the pool, which I don't think I conquered my fear of the conquered my fear of the pool. I don't think I've conquered my fear of the pool, but my only goal for the end of this week was to get waist deep in the pool. And as you can tell by the videos, I got waist deep in the pool. So, can't complain, can we? No. So yeah, I will see you on the other side of what ocean have I crossed? The Mediterranean Ocean? That's not an ocean, is it? The Atlantic? No, that's America, that isn't it? What? I'll see you when I've arrived back in England. Am I recording this outro on my phone? Yeah, I actually am. Why? Because I can't be bothered setting my camera up, actually. Can't be bothered faffing around with my camera. So I've already recorded, I've already downloaded, edited all the other clips, right? So I don't have to I don't want to set up my whole card reader for one clip, literally. So I'm home now. It's the next day. I don't know if you can hear me because I've actually got AirPods in. connected to my Switch phone. Didn't get until 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's now 12, I'm guessing, about 12 p.m. The time will be somewhere up there, but we're gonna unpack. I unpacked like my backpack yesterday. Unpacked that last night because I just wanted like all my cables out of it for my phone and stuff, and like I need to put my Switch on charge. I need to do that so I can play Mario Kart later. With someone very special. But I never unpacked my case. I've really got like anything to stand you on. I mean, if you were on my camera, we would, but you're not on my camera. So down here, should we put you like down here? Does that work? I could do different angles because I've got my ring on the back of my phone. So I just packed everything. This kind of goes with this top. Actually, I've got this green top on today from Uniqlo, obviously, same as this grey hoodie, which I think I've had on in one of my packing videos before. I don't know why I'm putting it on, actually. I'm just going to throw everything in the wash, is what I'm probably going to do, because everything's been mixed in with dirty clothes. Because obviously I did go to the laundry while I was there, but just checking the pockets for anything. I did go to the laundry while I was there, but again, I didn't go before I left. I went like halfway through my trip. So we're not going to put them there, actually. We're going to put them there. Box out of the way. Put them there. So everything's just going to go on a wash. I'm just going to separate the lights from the darks. And we're just also sort of the same sort of green. It's not one of my favourite colours. Actually, I don't really like green. What's this? T-shirt. So yeah, while I'm doing this, I should probably talk about the pros and the cons, and not only of like the hotel specifically, but of like a package holiday. It's the first time I've ever went on a package holiday. Actually, I've always wanted to go on one. My family have never really been big holiday people. When I was growing up, I remember being in school and being in college, when, every year without fail, a lot of my classmates would go on these package Spain trips, and that I didn't really care back then. I wasn't really much of a holiday person when I was young. I used to get really, really homesick when I was young. I didn't even wear that hat, but it can get washed anyway. I used to get really homesick, so I was never really like jealous per se, but I was always intrigued about it. And so I've always wanted to go on one of these Spain trips that people go on. Colours. And so finally, age 26, actually was able to go on one. And everything was included. The only bit I would probably change, so the flights were included. We got to choose whether we wanted to leave in the evening. Obviously, it's a budget airline that you travel with because they're package deals. They're trying to get the cheapest deal possible for everything included. And we got to choose whether we wanted an early morning flight, which would fly you in early in the morning and then you would leave your resort early in the morning, or a late nighttime flight. Like ours was 10 o'clock in the evening going out, I think. No, 7 o'clock in the going out and midnight coming back home. And that was the one I went for, right? Because in my brain, right, I was like, I don't want to, you're going to get up at, stupid 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, get to the airport for like 6 in the morning to fly out at like 7 in the morning, right? That's usually what happens. And I was like, no, I don't want that, because then you're going to spend the whole day sleeping because you wouldn't have slept the night before, which may be the case, I don't know. But my logic was, you'll get there for that night and then you'll have the whole day. But what they don't, you're there for example, I went for 7 days, right? That can go in the whites. I went for 7 nights, not 7 days. Now they count that night that you arrive. I arrived at 2 o'clock in the morning. They count that as a night. But also, depending on the holiday's discretion, you check out whether it be 10 a.m. or 12 p.m. the night after your 7th night. So you have your 7th night, then you check out that next morning, right? Which, in my opinion, but it's up to the holiday resort's discretion whether or not they cut your wristband off. They didn't cut mine off, but it's up to the holiday
resort's discretion, the hotel's discretion, whether they cut your wristband off the second you check out and you're no longer allowed to use the facilities. But if you're choosing a late night flight, I hope people are following. If you're choosing a late night flight, if they do cut your wristband off, you are stranded until your coach comes for you outside your hotel at 6-7 o'clock at night. And luckily for the place that we chose, again, we just went to the travel agents and they turned the computers around, and my mum and the travel agent both looked at me and said, pick one, Alex. And I just kind of chose the cutest looking one. It was small, it was quaint. I don't really like big places. It was adult only, which was a must for me because I don't want to hear children screaming. I've mentioned that in the video. And I just chose one, and luckily for me and luckily for my mum, they didn't care. Like, we checked out and they wouldn't cut our wristbands off, and we just sat by the pool all day and we just still had free drinks and free ice cream. Like, they didn't care. We did ask the receptionist, and they were like, well, after 12 o'clock you're no longer our guest, but we don't say anything, and which is good, but not all hotels will do that. And so what I found was the first night of the 7 nights that you pay for is kind of wasted because you're flying for half of it, so you don't get to the evening meal because you're not there for it. You don't arrive until 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So you're so tired that you don't appreciate the first night there. But if you were to get a morning flight, and you would, like, we watched this older couple, they were probably in about their 50s or 60s, arriving. They came on the coach and they got there. So they had an early morning flight from England. They were British. My mum got talking to them. One of them smoked, and they were talking while they were smoking in the smoking area. And they'd flew from, I think, Manchester or something. And they got an early morning flight at like 7 o'clock in the morning and took 2 hours. And they were at the resort by midday, 1 o'clock. They were in the pool by 2. You know what I mean? Like, and you get to appreciate it. Then you get the full meal at the end, and then you get to sleep that night. You know what I mean? And so if I was to do it again, I would choose early morning flights. And if anyone's watching this wanting to go on a all-inclusive trip, don't count that your hotel will let you just stay in the hotel, because if you're doing all-inclusive, your transfers from the hotel to the airport and the airport to the hotel and all that are included, but they will pick you up outside the hotel about 3 hours before your flight. So if you're flying at midnight, they will not pick you up until about 8 p.m. And if your holiday place cut your wristband off, you can't go into your room because you have to check out anywhere between 10 and 12. But again, it is up to the there was a luggage room as well, which we were allowed to leave our luggage in, which I did. But that's what I would do in the future, would be my overall plans would be to get an early morning flight. Not that I'm really a fan of flying actually anymore. I never have been a fan of flying. I will do it, and I will do it if the reason for it is justified enough. And I don't think I'd want to do it again with my mum, because she's not very good at being supportive at all. She's just, her head's out the window. She doesn't care. And I was like literally hyperventilating. Not because anything, I know flying is the safest form of travel. I get that. But I was just, I'm a nervous fly. I'm a nervous liver, really. I'm nervous at everything. I'm scared at everything. You know what I mean? I'm finally getting to the whites now, actually. Didn't wear half of this stuff, but it's going in the wash because it's all been mixed in with everything else. So that's what I would do. The hotel was called Sentido Fido Tucan, something like that. It was a 4-star hotel. Now, the food, you couldn't fault it. Now, I'm a fussy eater. Well, my mum says I'm a fussy eater, but no, I was trying everything. I tried swordfish. I tried perch. I tried the actual big shrimps with their heads still on. I learned how to decant one of them things. I tried everything, every food possible. I don't drink, and so I was just trying every food known to man. It was like that specific hotel had a buffet breakfast which had everything, every single form of sausage you could possibly imagine. Spicy sausage, small sausage, big sausage, the sausages like in the movies that are joined together. They had sausage patties, like little mini things like you'd get at McDonald's but small. They had fried eggs, they had omelets, they had poached eggs, they had boiled eggs with little things you can make boiled eggs and with little egg cups. They had every possible morsel of fruit you could possibly imagine, cheeses, bread boards, deli boards, everything. My mum was like, I don't like the food. My mum hated the food. That's all she did was complain about the food. The chefs were phenomenal, right? The way that they presented some of these meals, like I'll link my blog down below, and by the time this video is out, my blog will be out, where I documented my whole trip, everything that I did, everything that I ate, and I take a picture of most meals, and you can see just some of the food, considering this was all inclusive. Now, my idea, again, I'd never been to all inclusive, right? So my idea of all inclusive was like, picture school cafeteria with a tray, and you get given what you're given because it's all inclusive, right? No. I don't know if I just picked a really good hotel just when these two people, my mother and this travel agent lady, staring at me, and I felt pressured, and I just picked one, and I just picked a fantastic place. And I don't know, I've never been to any others, but I would really, 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 really recommend that place. And I don't say that very often. You've watched me rant and rave about these hotels on this channel so much. But I would go back. I would make that flight again. Probably not with my mother, probably with my partner, but I would go back there. It was so quiet. And when I say it's adult only, my mum was like, oh, you're going to get really rowdy, like 16, 17, because it's 16 plus, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. No, it was, if you're liking parties, don't go there. If you're like me and your idea of a good time is listening to a live singer sing like Michael Bublé, then and then you just sat there curled up with a book, and they just bring you drinks. They just come up to you and they're like, do you want a drink? And you're like, please get me a hot chockey. And they just bring you a hot chockey. If that's your idea of a good holiday, the only qualm I have with the evenings, right, was the entertainment is going to make me sound old, right? But the entertainment didn't start until 9:30. Now, dinner went on till 9, which I think if you're watching this, I don't know if you ever will be, the staff of this hotel, because dinner goes from 6 till 9, right? And so the entertainment obviously has to be after dinner from 9:30 till 10:30. My recommendation is move dinner early, an hour earlier, from 5 till 8, right? Who's eating dinner at 9 o'clock at night? Not me. And then have the entertainment from 8:30 till 9:30. Because me and my mum would have dinner at like 7, and that's late for me, but that my mum eats at 7, 6:30, 7, right? We would have had eaten by 8, and then we'd have to have a hang round an hour and a half to listen to someone sing. Just put it earlier. If you're watching this hotel, please put it earlier. You know what I mean? I meant to be unpacking, aren't I? That was my really only qualm with like the entertainment, and probably a lot of people will find a lot of qualms with the entertainment because it was practically non-existent, and it was a very, very, very small hotel. There was one pool, one restaurant, one bar. Everyone was in the same area all the time. There was this dude, we call him Gork, because we never got his name, but for the whole holiday he was just smiling at me with this cheesy Gorky smile. And my mum was convinced he had the hots for me. And I was like, I thought I looked like young, but mum was like, no, when I'm dressed in obviously a vest top and shorts, and I'm not dressed like a 12-year-old boy like I am at home, I look a lot older, which fair be it. He's not a paedophile. Gork's not a paedophile, confirmed. But like, mum was like, he's got the hots for you because I'm quirky. Like, there was this bug yesterday. We were waiting in the hotel, like sat outside waiting for like just our coach. We were just chilling outside, and Gork, I'm sorry, my love, if you ever find me, or your name's Gork now, to be honest. Even if I found out your name was like Matthew, you Gork. Gork watched me like scream at this bug, and he was in hysterics. Now this dude never laughed or smiled at anyone for anything. Where am I sitting? Oh, my sisters are in there. Literally took my Uno cards, didn't get many done because I didn't get much done at all because I spent any free time I had writing my blog. So you all better go down and read it because I worked really hard on that. Usually I write it up like in a notebook, like what I did each day, and I take pictures and the time and date stamped and all that. But I usually don't get round to like posting it until like 6 months later because I've got to write it all up and it just takes forever. But I started doing it the day that I got there, or the day after I got there, like that afternoon. And I'm so glad that I did that because I kept on track of it. You know what I mean? What else? Far as my room, I probably couldn't have picked I didn't pick the room. They probably couldn't have picked a worse room for me. I was on the ground, well, not the ground floor, but the first floor. But it was kind of like the ground floor because to get into the hotel, it was like there's the road. Then you'd walk down some steps, and then there was the main entrance there. So when you walked up the steps to the first floor and the balcony was there, I was practically on the street. So I was literally at the front. So the main roads were there. It wasn't noisy because they're like very small little roads. I stayed in Cala d'Or in Mallorca. But it was always just people. You couldn't just sit out there and have any privacy like you could if you were sat quite far up. No, it was quite exposed. So if I could, I would rather have had one on the back, like facing the pool. So then I could have watched the entertainment from my balcony in my room, which would have been good. And also it's a lot more private, and I'm just nosy and like looking around at everything that isn't the street, really. My mum stayed in the one right next to me, which I could see her from the balcony, and it just made me. I like taking all these weird little pictures, and she kind of is a bit judgmental over it because she's like, she doesn't get it. You know what I mean? She doesn't get the whole Instagram thing. But yeah. What else? I think that's really it. Yeah, I would always choose a morning flight. And again, I'm a night owl, so I thought I would be better at night because at least I'll get a good sleep that day. But it just felt like a waste. Like, it felt like a waste of the first night because you couldn't use all the facilities that you had paid all inclusively for. And it was kind of the hotel to let us use the facilities for the rest of that day when we were checked out. But again, they did that for a kind will gesture, not because they're meant to. You know what I mean? I think that's actually it. No, I think that's it. Would I go back there? Yeah. Flying isn't really my thing, but if you're a good flyer and you want to go to Mallorca and you enjoy small hotels that are adults only, the only qualm I have with that actually was yes, it was adults only, there were no kids, but for some reason there was like a bus stop or something right behind, like you could hear the street is what I'm going to say, and there was always this couple with this brand new baby that were every day would just wait for this bus for hours or a train. There was like this little train that went around, this little, you've seen the videos of it, and there was like one of those train stops right outside the hotel, not the one that we got the yellow train, but the green train goes right past the hotel, right down to the beach, which we went to, which I took those pictures of me. And every day this couple with this baby were, and like it's very loud outside, and it's on the main street. It's still a small street, but every day about 5 to 8 coaches from picking people up, dropping people off, taking people out on days out to excursions and stuff would be coming up and down. Trucks would be coming up and down. It was quite noisy. It wasn't as peaceful as you'd think. What else? But the actual resort, if you can block out the noise, the actual resort was very quiet. There was a karaoke night, but my mum said it was like they were singing because my mum works in a residential home, like a retirement dementia patient home, and she goes, it's like when the live singers come and sing for them. Like everyone there I was the youngest one there by far, literally. For a couple of days, they were there before we got there, but they left about on our third day. There was this family with this mum, this dad, and these older 22, 23-year-olds, 2 couples, if you get what I mean. So like 2 girls that were friends, and then 2 guys, and they were like couples. You get what I mean? They were all like friends with each other, and their mum and dad. They were like the youngest, but then they left. But since everyone else was like 50 or 60, quite literally. And I did feel a little bit like an odd one out. Like I didn't care, like, because I got so much writing done, and that was the main point of my trip, was to get writing done. So I went there. I did what I went there to do. Yeah, I would go there again if I could not fly there, or if I could fly with someone a bit more willing to hold my hand and tell me it's going to be okay, because I'm a really nervous flyer. So yeah, I think that's it. Food was great. You'd get given a wristband, and only the all-inclusive people got the wristband. They do also do half board and rooms only. Couldn't tell you anything about them because I wasn't half board or room only. But the people who are all-inclusive get wristbands. You just go up to the bar and just say, can I have blah, 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 and they will give you blah, blah, blah if they've got it. at lunch. It's round the bar area and the outdoor restauranty area, and you just they give you a menu and you can pick anything off the menu. Some of the alcoholic drinks obviously aren't included, but you get some money off them. So for example, champagne's €70, but for all inclusive it's like 40 or 50 or something like that. And dinner and your late meal. My mum calls it tea, I call it dinner. Dinner and breakfast is down in the basement in like this buffet style thing, and it was I couldn't fault it. Dinners every night there was a different theme. So like Tuesday, what was it on Tuesday? Oriental night. Wednesday was Mediterranean night. Thursday was something else night, and then they had like an Italian night or something, and it has it on like, I should have took a picture of it really. It has it on like a board thing, and which was good. Only one night of the week there was a man there taking our room number. So like A1, no one really checked our wristbands either, so anybody could have done that, but I do not recommend that at all. If you're not like half board. I think half board gets all the buffet stuff. I don't know what room only or how they differentiate between that. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, that was my whole trip. I hope everybody enjoyed watching my rants. One day I will get into the habit of filming outside. Maybe when I've got somebody to hold the camera for me around. See ya.